You see, we have to face the facts that Democrats have nothing in their platform that they're running on other than abortion and we hate Donald Trump. That's it. That's the only thing that the Democrat Party has to offer. And I'm getting tired of this shit. Too many of y'all don't understand. The reason why they're even shutting down the government now, even though they had a clean resolution, they had a clean CR, something that they voted for 13 times before under Biden. And I think they even did it already this year a couple of times. It's a clean CR. Nothing was added in there. It was just basically saying, look, we need to extend the time so we can finish getting this stuff negotiated and work it out. They said no. Why'd they say no? Because we want to make sure that we reverse the Medicaid cuts or the 1 trillion dollar cuts in the big beautiful bill, or to them the big ugly bill, while failing to tell y'all that a lot of those cuts that were made, it's not even going to impact anybody. In fact, it's going to increase the amount of coverage that you guys are getting because it's cutting out all of the unnecessary spending. But nobody cares. Nobody cares because it's just orange man bad Trump. That's I get it. That's all it is. Y'all don't care about policy. The only thing you care about is get the one who's on the other team. What happens when you're somebody like me who's actually not on a team other than the American people? What happens to the person who has children and just wants to see that they want to build a better world for their kids and their grandkids to live in, like me? But all I got to deal with is being surrounded by a bunch of clapping seals and hyenas.
But I have to tell you something. Pedaling really hard and not going anywhere, it's a great metaphor for the Democratic Party right now.
Yes, before we go into the full analysis of this video, Democrats will always find fault in anything Trump is doing. Now, they are crying everywhere on social media about this. When you take a look at this, the White House has just begun demolishing portion of the east wing of the White House to build Trump $250 million ballroom, despite early claiming it will not interfere with the existing White House structure, according to the Washington Post. Media Touch posted this. Gavin Newsom did not hesitate. He shared the tweet, ripping apart the White House just like he's ripping apart the Constitution. You can see what Democrats can do every single time. They will always look for something to whine, rant everywhere on social media. It's crazy. When you look at what Trump is doing here, they were ranting, oh, Trump wants to take taxpayers' dollars to do this. But at the end of the day, it was revealed that is personal money coming from donors. So now going back into this issue of shutdown, this guy actually said something that needs to go viral.
It's easier for the politicians in D.C. to go away from each other and say, we will win this way, while people are losing their paychecks. If Congress just said, we're not going to take our paychecks till we figure this out, that would be a noble step in the right direction, I would say.
That's not everybody can afford to do. You got some young people there with kids there.
Either can the people that aren't getting paid, though.
I think
and
that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point.
So this whole government shutdown that everybody's been talking about and all of the political theater that you're seeing, I'm just going to do a quick rundown on this because clearly most people on social media, most people in the public, most of you guys don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of perspective. Now, some of you are going to receive it. Some of you are going to just say, whatever, who cares? It's some Trump shit. You're a Trumper or something. I don't give a damn what you're saying. I'm going to give you just a little bit of insight so you can just understand the politics of this, because a lot of y'all are being bamboozled. If you recall, those of you who know this, if you recall, the extension of those subsidies, that package was done under Joe Biden with the American Rescue Plan. That whole subsidy thing that everybody's talking about, where everybody's going to lose their coverage or their premiums are going to skyrocket. Yeah, that was a temporary measure that was put in there by Democrats. That was done by Democrats. They had an expiration date on that set for the end of this year. And why did they have that expiration date? Because Donald Trump was supposed to or in jail. It's like nobody can see the play here. Now, why would they have an expiration date on that? Because they never, this is all the political posturing to make you think that they're doing the giving you free stuff. Kind of like the stuff you hear Zoran Mamdani talking about right now. The only reason why they're even pushing right now for these extensions and on the subsidy that nobody needs anymore is because Donald Trump is currently in office and they need something to demonize him with. You see, we have to face the facts that Democrats have nothing in their platform that they're running on other than abortion and we hate Donald Trump. That's it. That's the only thing that the Democrat Party has to offer. And I'm getting tired of this shit. Too many of y'all don't understand. The reason why they're even shutting down the government now, even though they had a clean resolution, they had a clean CR, something that they voted for 13 times before under Biden. And I think they even did it already this year a couple of times. It's a clean CR. Nothing was added in there. It was just basically saying, look, we need to extend the time so we can finish getting this stuff negotiated and work it out. They said no. Why'd they say no? Because we want to make sure that we reverse the Medicaid cuts or the 1 point.
Yes. White House press secretary had this to say, for the record, President Trump want everyone to get paid because he want to reopen the government. She was replying to this video of The View where this lady actually said, if Congress can just get up and say, oh, we will not take our salaries, we do this, Bernie Sanders did not like that. He immediately rushed in and said, oh, no, there are people that have this, they need to do this, they need to do that. You know, when I look at what Bernie Sanders is doing here, it's insane. He put out a chart a few hours ago saying, oh, Trump owned the media. And he put out the billionaire class. There is something Bernie Sanders is forgetting. I don't know if one should actually remind him. Bernie Sanders continued to whine about billionaires, but forgetting that just a few years ago, everywhere, these people were for Democrat until they had to mess up with them before they changed their minds. Trump was banned on social media. So now they're claiming that, oh, Trump controls them, which to me is crazy, right?
My question is, will Democrats recognize the poison pill that they've often placed into well-intentioned policy?
Right. What they end up doing is coming up with very complicated proposals. You make $48,964.
Yes.
You will get this thing. You make $1 more, you're finished, and blah, 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 blah. Look, we have got to make it simple. In the wealthiest country in the history of the world, should healthcare be a... We're powerful. We are really powerful. You got nothing. Who are you? We got Elon Musk. We got all of the billionaires on our side. We own the media. Our people are buying elections. You can't run against us because we have so much money. And by the way, we control it all. You're nothing. Go.
Yes. What actually triggered me to react on this video is the fact that these people continue to talk like this. I don't want to actually play the video long because these people usually give copyright issues, things like that. So I will end there on this clip. They actually said alone, there is one guy who replied to Bernie Sanders on social media, does this man ever talked about the level of value these billionaires have created in order to actually become a billionaire? Hi, Bernie Sanders, if you are going to obsess over billionaires, you should at least give us the full story, not just demonizing them all the time. Sometimes I like when you post chat like this, you should be able to at least put out the jobs they have created. Yeah, with this, it will really help a lot of people to understand the impact they have put on the society. Yeah, but they don't do that. They always struggle to every single time. I understand that people will always come, especially Democrat right now, will criticize any billionaire because some of them are not on their side at the moment. I don't want to talk much. I want to appreciate people that are constantly supporting me, sharing out my videos. I try my best to always bring you relatable information happening in and around you every single day. So please, I'm begging on you, always share my videos and try to thumbs up every time if you see my notification. As of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm.
Attention and listen.
But I wasn't good on
have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us.
It's like history.
When I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic,
He even gets an off
If the Democrat
thing because how many times somebody asks
for
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
yeah.
President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show.
To spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
All the same people that are in these polite...
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.